Hello my lovely friends, it's Margaret. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about what I will be reading in August. So something that you will not know yet is that reading just didn't happen in July. Like, I did not finish a book until yesterday. Today is July 30th when we are recording this. I finished a book yesterday. First book that I finished this month. Long story short, since I had such a struggle reading last month, I decided that we were going to give ourselves a little bit of a break. And by little bit of a break, I mean I will be still taking consequences for the ones I didn't finish this month. But I will be just moving those prompts to August and then adding 3 more prompts so that I have the appropriate number of prompts for the month. Is that a good idea? Probably not, but we're gonna try it anyways and hope that it works this time. I'm a normal person, it's fine. Couple of other things that you need to know. If you are following along with the Curious Minds Book Club, because Sarah is moving in July, we just made the decision that we were going to push everything by a month. So the deadline for that is now in August. So I obviously have to read The Poppy War, Rape of Nanking. That already tells you something about how my TBR went. And then the other books that I have to read this month, there is our book for the R-Squared read-along that I am doing with Michelle, so I need to read Arusha and the End of Time in August. And our group book for the Avengers Initiative Reading Challenge, which is The Darkness Outside of Us by Elliot Schreffer. Those need to get onto the TBR somehow, in some way. We might end up switching some things out, but we'll see that when we get to the end. So, it's time to face the music. And by face the music, I mean roll some dice. I brought my dice out here. Where is my dice tray? My dice basically like just live here. So I grabbed the dice and left the tray. What is wrong with me? We are just going to like simplify things. We're gonna skip the story for now. We will pick up with Magdalene in August when we have completed this TBR, but I felt like I should at least have to take some consequences. So the first book that I was supposed to read was Pride and Prejudice by Mandy Hubbard. I did end up reading this one, so I don't have to roll for that. The second prompt that I pulled last month was Running Low on Rations. For that one, I needed to read a book that was from my physical TBR. So that is, I picked Wool by Hugh Howey. This is a dystopian set in the future. There's something about the air being deadly outside. I've heard really good things about this, and I like dystopians, so I picked this up. Haven't started reading it yet, though, so that's fine. The consequence for this one is I cannot start any new quests until this book is finished, so that would literally have to be the next book I read for once I finished the 2 books that I am currently reading. It's a 2. That's a 2. Okay, so that has to be the next book that I start and finish for Fablen. The next one I have actually started, so I'm going to give myself advantage on this roll, which means I roll twice, and then I get to take the highest number. It is the Alchemist Laboratory. I was supposed to read a book with an inventor, and I cannot start any new quests until that book is finished. I think that would if I roll low on this, I think that would supersede Wool. So I'd have to finish that, and then I'd have to finish Wool. This is getting complicated. Okay, it's fine. I can worry about this later, but I have started it. It's A Half-Built Garden by Ruth Anna Emrys, and it's really good. And it does have an inventor, in my opinion. It's got a couple, I think. But anyways, we're gonna roll. That's a 16, so we're good. Everything's fine. And another 16. Fantastic. That one is out of the way, and I'm okay. The third prompt I am carrying over. Fourth prompt that I picked was Buying Winter Gear. I had to read a book set in winter. I picked up A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas because I just want to get this off of my physical TBR. Like, I've heard mixed reviews about it. If I don't like it, I'd like to be able to get rid of it. The consequence is add 1 quest to my usual quest load. This I don't get to roll with advantage. That is a 5, which means I fail. I failed that one. It's 5 or less, 6 or greater, because I'm level 1. So I need to pick 4 quests when we get to the end of this. The next prompt that I pulled was something about an armory. It was raiding the armory, and I had to roll a d6, read a book that meets that weapons requirement, which ended up being the axe, which meant I had to read an arc. I read The Daughter of Redwinter by Ed McDonald. It's an arc that I got. I will talk about this more in my wrap-up, but I did finish it. Fourth prompt that I'm carrying over is Night at the Tavern, which is to read a group book for a book club or like a readathon. So this is going to be The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. Haven't started this one either, so this is just a flat roll. Oh, that's a 3. What have I done to myself? Okay. I have to add pages to a quest. The number of pages is equal to a d6 times 10. So we'll pull the d6 out. We'll just decide how many pages I have to add to this quest right now. Okay, so that's a 3. Can you see? Nope, it just changed, but it was a 3. So that's 30 pages that I have to add to a quest. After that, it was the Great Library prompt. What was it? Seeking Answers at the Great Library, and that is to read a nonfiction book. I have started The Rape of Nanking by Iris Chang, but I have not finished it. I do get that one with advantage since I have started it. And what am I risking? What am I risking? I have to read 2 books of my required genre next month. Okay, it's fine. Okay, that's a 12. It was almost a 4. I was very worried there. Okay, and that is a 9. So either way, we're good. And then the final one that I pulled was Goblin Attack, which I needed to read a book in a week. I am going to be reading a book in a day today. So, like, it's going pretty fast. So I am not going to have to take a punishment for that one. Okay, so prompts. Time to choose books. We'll see how many we can get through before I have to be back over on sprints. There's only like 5 in here. So this one is buy a rare book from the bookseller, read a library book. If I fail this quest, I will have to choose a book that is 50 pages longer than the unfinished book to fulfill the quest. That's going to be an easy one. I am going to choose Arusha and the End of Time by Rashni Chokshi. This is about Aru. She is a tween girl that is having some friendship problems, and in an effort to impress some of the kids at school, she messes with something. I believe it was a lamp, but she messes with something that she should not in her mother's museum, and ends up unleashing a malevolent force. We'll say that. A malevolent force. Because of that malevolent force, she actually learns that some of the Hindu mythology that she grew up learning from her mom is real, and she has a part to play in it. If you want more information about it, you can check out the announcement that we did for the R Squared Presents Read Along. Well, I roll this one backwards. I will have to add pages to a quest. Retrieve an heirloom from the dragon's hoard. Read a fantasy with a page count that is equal to 2 times your magical ability. My magical ability is 250. So I have to read a 500-page fantasy. For that one, I'm going to go with a book that I received in a package that I won from Orbit, which is it's the first book in the Hussite trilogy, The Tower of Fools, by Sapkowski. He is the author of the Witcher series, which I do eventually want to read. So I'm thinking that this is going to be, this is going to be the book that I pick. It's 549 pages, so it not only fulfills this prompt, but it also fulfills the fact that I need to add 30 pages onto a page count prompt. I think we have time to pull one more prompt before the timer goes off. Unearth the secrets of the past. Read a book published before you were born. If I don't finish this one, I have to start with a quest start this quest over from the beginning, aka over a new book. I have to find a book that has been around longer than I have been alive. Jesus, Margaret, why would you do that? Why did I think that was a good idea for a prompt? For this one, we are going to knock out another one from my books I need to read, like the will self-destruct video. I have to have them read by October. Ooh, if I had them read by August, they'd be gone. We're going to read The Born Identity by Robert Ludlum, which was published in 1980, so 7 years before I was born. All I know is it's about Jason Bourne, and his identity is blank. What I know is from the movie. He knows, like, he's a spy, or he was a spy, he's highly trained, all of that good stuff, and it's a, like, spy thriller. Alright, so the final 2 prompts. 50-50 chance of picking one of them. I don't know what the other one is, because I never know. Whoops. Technically, I just picked both of them, but that's a mistake. Wrapping up unfinished business. Okay, we're not doing this one for this month. That doesn't make any sense, considering that I've got 5 books that I am reading from technically I'd be completing this prompt, but I'm not going to go that easy on myself. I already gave myself advantage for 2 things. Consulting the Oracle. Read a science fiction book! Perfect! And if I fail this one, I have to read 2 books of my required genre next month. So that is perfect, because then I can read The Darkness Outside Us by Elliot Schreffer. I don't know more about this than that Cal and Brianna both want me to read it, and it is our group book for the Avengers. One of these boys has a sister. They are both trapped on a spaceship, and if I remember correctly, they are from opposite sides of some sort of conflict or political thing or something, but I will be reading this for August. I have to get that down and show it to you now. So these are the books I will be reading for the month of August. That's minus, let's see, that's 8 minus the audiobook, which you guys have already seen, and I don't have a physical copy of yet, but I think I might get it. It's really good so far. That's it. That's my TBR for the month of August. It's a lot of books. It's fine. I'm fine. It's all gonna be okay. I'm gonna do this thing. This has helped get so many books at this point off of my physical TBR, and I have in fact read some of those books. I would love to hear what y'all are planning to read for the month of August. If you're doing Fablen, let me know how you've been doing. If you're feeling chatty, I would love to know from my TBR people what you're planning on reading in the month of August. From my mood reader people, I would like to know something that you are excited to get to soon. If you are not feeling chatty, but you still want to let me know that you watched to the end of the video, go ahead and leave me the shrug emoji. Just since that's kind of what my brain did for the month of July. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I will have other videos over here that you may enjoy as well. There will be something picked out specially for you by YouTube right here, and whatever is newest on my channel right here. That is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!